Today, we are immortalizing the galaxy's most feared bounty hunter in a stained glass Tiffany lamp. Boba Fett captured the scoundrel Han Solo, stood up to Darth Vader, escaped the Sarlacc pit, and he deserves our respect. Let's do this. To make a lamp, first you need a form. This is going to be the exact shape of your lamp, so you want it to be good. I'm carving my own, so I glued together this foam insulation, and now I'm going to carve it. To be honest, I started this in 2017. I got the form carved, I got it ready, and then it sat on my shelf for 7 years. My first lamp took 500 hours to make, so after that I lost all motivation to make another lamp, even one as sick as the bounty hunter Boba Fett. Here, I am just roughing out the form with a rasp. You want to get it exactly the shape you want because the glass is going to take this exact shape. Sketching out the design. I apologize for the shitty audio, but this is the last footage I have of my dad because he passed away 2 months later, so this felt appropriate to include.
Hey, good.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed. Okay. Gonna be lampshaded.
Yeah.
That'll be neat. Yeah, that'll really be neat.
Nice.
Good night, old buddy.
Good night. Then this sat on my shelf for 7 years. Time passed. I mourned, saw a good Joker movie, saw a terrible Joker movie, learned to edit, did some comedy, started making art YouTube videos, and then I'm like, hey, I could get back to this project. So then I picked it back up, and here we are. So I pulled the mold off the shelf, I wrapped it in masking tape, and then I sketched out the design again, got it good enough, and let's begin. You start out by tracing the pieces you want onto a piece of paper, and then you're going to cut those out, and then with a marker, trace those onto glass, and then you can start cutting. So to cut sheet glass, you got a little diamond wheel, you score it on your line, and then you come through with these pliers and snap it on the line. Grind them.
Tuesday, I grind. Wednesday, I grind. Thursday.
Make sure they still fit. Looks pretty good. Next step is wrapping each piece in copper foil. And then burnish it down so it adheres super well. And now we begin soldering. Now we just repeat these steps a bunch of times. Monotony is the killer in stained glass lamps because you just repeat the same shit over and over again. I kind of break this up by only doing like 10 pieces at a time and then moving on to the next step and then soldering. Some people do the entire project, cut out, their 500 pieces and then go to foiling them and then go to solder. Like that would drive me nuts. I could do like 10 at a time and then move on to the next step. And this kind of breaks up the monotony. This is where I got sick of cutting out every single piece and said, hey, I'm just gonna cut a bunch of random ass pieces and start sticking them in place. And it seemed to work pretty well. I kind of just mosaic the ass together and bingo bongo, lamp. All right, so we got the back done. Looks pretty good. The first side, a little too dark because I wasn't paying attention. I cut off and had set aside from this big ass piece of green all the dark pieces. And then wasn't paying any attention, used all those in the first piece. Had a couple cocktails first. So I think it'll be fine. I might remove it later, redo it. But I got a feeling by the time I get done, I'm not gonna give a shit. It's the fucking back. Who gives a fuck? For this piece, having a problem making them identical. So I kind of traced this one and put it over here. And then you can see here, this side's definitely a little bit smaller. So I'll probably have to finagle these lines over. Which will be fine. I'll figure it out. Shout out iPhone having a sweet time-lapse vid, so I don't have to do anything else. I just set it and forget it. Definitely add the set it and forget it thing from whatever.
Just set it and then forget it.
You just set it and forget it.
That much fat.
Chicken. What do you think of that, folks? I mean,
I hope you're not clapping for the fat.
Do these red first, and then start doing the face. Time-lapse video. Engage.
What's going on down here?
Soldering. Get in my shot. Come on, boo.
Nothing. You haven't even talked to me for hours.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You haven't.
You're at work.
I got off work at 4 p.m.
What time is it? 4:45?
5:35.
It's 4:45.
No, it's not.
She's gaslighting you.
Who are you even talking to?
My audience.
Okay, well, I'll see you later.
Later. So, really want to get these lines right so they're balanced. Because if it, like this one's fat and then this one's fucking skinny, it's gonna look freaking dumb as shit. It ain't gonna work. These are important lines. I already got these ones. This thing here, already pre-cut, should be good. I just gotta fill these in. We can do the rest. I'm definitely at the point where you get into a project and you're questioning all of your decisions and hate it. I'm definitely at that point of the art process. So, this is the part where we just kind of put our nose down and push on through. And not throw it in the dumpster. Right now, all these colors are kind of just mending together and questioning all my color choices. But we're just gonna push through and hopefully it doesn't look like bullshit at the end. We'll see. You can tell I definitely did this side first. And then this side, just fucking shitty goddamn solder seams. So there's gonna be big fat solder seams on this side. This side is just kind of gonna look like shit. Like, you probably won't notice. Like, I'll notice because I fucking made it. It's just not gonna look as good. But what are you gonna do? Say what up, Walt?
What up, Walt?
Alright, back to time lapse. I literally just thought of this idea of take the solder and hold the thing on place. Whew, Jesus Christ, I'm so fucking smart.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Practically no solder or no flux. This is literally like 6 years old. But still good, still works. Love it. We're down to, we need the side earpieces. So, I bought 2 separate colors of glass. This is yellow of that color. Thought it'd be too bright. Also, got this one. It's more of like brown tan color. So it looked pretty accurate to a couple pictures I saw. It just didn't look right. Then I found this other green color. This greenish kind of army, this old piece of glass that I had enough of. So, cut that. Just need to cut how I want them to be foiled. So they're not just one solid piece. No one really ever looks at the side of Boba Fett's helmet, so it's not really a focal point, but I would prefer it not look like shit. Basically cut a T, and then cut a few pieces for the round top part. Kind of just got to cut them down, grind them,
Wednesday, I grind. Thursday, I
foil them, and then we'll tack them on. Now, cue the time lapse. Now we have a problem. It is stuck on the form. I soldered it too far. Usually you kind of leave part of it unsoldered and then kind of slip it out. I went a little too deep. So let's get it off. So if it breaks, at least we got it on film. But I think I can fucking get it. This is just a bag of trash at this fucking point. I also could just rip out the mold, but I want to use it again in the future, or at least fucking have it. Come on. Shit. Ooh, we're getting there. Ooh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Alright. We got Walter chilling up there.
Walter Freeman
Walter.
Productions. We owe some king shit.
Looking cool. Let's go wash it in the sink. A lot of people don't tell you about art. A lot of the process is just blankly staring at what you created and what you're in the process of. Stare, chew your nails, stare, chew your nails, have a sip of White Claw, stare, chew your nails. That is the process. Art. Back to work. Alright, I ran into a problem. Been taking it off the mold. See, it's like pulling apart there. Not attaching, not attached to the foil. Entirely too much of it is fucked up. This piece is not connected, this piece is not connected, this piece is not connected. I may have to like individually take out each piece, like refoil, and then re-put them back in. Put the whole thing together, finish the soldering, and then maybe individually knock these out and resolder them. So that's where we're at. It's not ideal, but it's not completely fucked. Got some holes we need to fill. Luckily, got all the pieces right here. Alright, I foiled them back up. Let's put them back on. Alright, that was the last major hurdle of this project. Now we're just going to add a little patina, which is just a chemical you put on the solder lines that makes it look black and antiqued, makes it look better. And now, bingo bongo, here's the lamp. I think it looks pretty good. It's been about 7 years, and overall this took over about 200 hours. And I'm the slowest video editor of all time, so about that much to edit this dang video. But I'm happy with it. Boba would be proud.
That'll be neat.